Today I'm going to be talk about identifying pairs of lines and angles. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is let's go over a few definitions. Parallel lines are two lines that are coplanar and they do not intersect. Okay, and usually we have, and we always have those two arrows to identify that they are parallel. That tells us those are parallel. Perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect to form a right angle. And we have that right square right there to indicate a right angle. Skew lines are two lines that are not coplanar and do not intersect. And it's a little bit easier to see this if I draw a cube. So skew lines would be something like right here and right here, okay? They're going in different directions and they're in different planes, okay? And now parallel planes are two planes that do not intersect. So if I draw a cube again, these two red planes right here would be parallel planes, okay? Now we have to remember what vertical angles in a linear pair are. We've talked about these before, but they keep on popping up, so we definitely need to know what vertical angles are and their properties. So if we have two lines that intersect, we can have vertical angles on the top and the bottom, or the left and the right, and we have to know that they're equal. If we have the same picture, a linear pair is right next to each other, and it forms 180 degrees. That's a linear pair, right next to each other, okay? So let's practice identifying these. First one says, find something that is parallel to line AB, let's highlight that, and contains point D. Well, something parallel to AB that has point D in it is CD, line CD. All right, the next one says, find something that's perpendicular to line AB and contains point D. Well, since this is a cube, those corners are 90 degrees, so BD has to be your perpendicular line. Okay. Next one is we have to find something that is skew to AB that includes D, and so something skew would be DH, line DH. And the very last one says, we have to find a plane that's containing point D and is parallel to plane ABE. Well, what's parallel to this is plane CDH. All right. Next up, I'm going to talk about some angle pairs. Including vertical angles and linear pairs, we have to learn 4 more angle pairs, and this is the basis of all of chapter 3. So these are really important to know how to identify, and then later we'll know the properties of these. So if you take a look at this picture, I have two black lines and a blue transversal that intersects both of those, okay? They intersect both of those. So if that happens, these make angles, and we have angles 1 through 8. Now the first thing we're going to talk about is corresponding angles. And corresponding angles are in the same location but different intersections. We have one intersection here and another intersection over here. So if we look at angle 1, it's in the upper left. And in the other intersection, angle 2 is in the upper left. So angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding angles. They're in the same location, but different intersections. They're corresponding angles. They correspond where they are. So we also can say that angle 3 and angle 4 are corresponding angles. Angle 5 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. And angle 6 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Same location, different intersection. Our next angle pair is called alternate exterior. Alternate exterior. Now let's break these words up. First of all, Exterior means outside of the two black lines. So we're talking about this area right here and right here. So exterior means outside of these two black lines. So we only can look at 1, 5, 4, and 8. So we've limited our angles that we're allowed to choose from. So that is exterior. Now, alternate means opposite. So we're going to go opposite sides of the black lines and the transversal. So if we look at angle 1, we go opposite sides of the black lines and opposite the transversal, and 8 is our pair. So angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Okay? And we also can have angle 5 and angle 4. Those are also a pair of alternate exterior angles, angle 5 and angle 4. Okay, let's go to the next one. We now have alternate interior angles. So we're looking at the inside now of the two black lines. The inside right here, so we only can look at 3, 2, 7, and 6. And alternate, once again, means opposite of the transversal. So if we look at 2, we go opposite of the transversal and all the other side. So 6, 2 and angle 6 are our alternate interior angle pair. And we have one more alternate interior angle pair, which is angle 3 and angle 7. So definitely looking at the words and knowing their meaning really helps us find their location in case you can't memorize these. Those are our key words, okay? Our last angle pair is consecutive interior. Now interior, once again, means inside those two black lines. So only looking at 2, 3, 6, and 7. And consecutive, like if I count consecutively, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, means one after another, or in a row, or the same side of the transversal. So if I look at 2, what's right next to it is 3. It's on the same side as the transversal, and it's inside, interior, the two black lines. So that is your consecutive interior. So angle 2 and angle 3 are consecutive interior. And our other pair of consecutive interior angles are angle 6 and angle 7. Okay, so those are our 4 new angle pairs that we have to remember. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Let's think about what these words mean. Interior means inside. Exterior means outside. Alternate means opposite, and consecutive means same or next to. Also, this is an important note. You need one angle from each intersection. But if you have 2 angles on the same intersection, they're either vertical, which looks like this in the red, or they are a linear pair, which is going to be in the green, which is side by side. So if their 2 angles are at one intersection, it's going to be either vertical or linear.